and even praised. Offensive actions and phrases have become second nature to the common American. In this oration, we will dive into one of the many offensive phrases that Americans use daily. How many times in our lives do we hear, "That's so retarded"? Now, add that to the number of times we see the people making obscene gestures that resemble the uncontrolled movements made by people with physical or mental disabilities. Alright, we're all going to try this together to get a point across that the people who use these gestures are making themselves look ignorant. In a world where being ignorant is a one-way ticket to the geek table at lunch. Raise your right arm. Dangle your hand and smack your hand against your chest. How many people in this room have actually seen someone with a mental disability do that exact motion? Almost no one. Also, how many of you thought it was fun to do this? Why do you think that way? And since when is it okay to make fun of people with mental disabilities? I believe that when you laugh, you are laughing at your own ignorance. In our lives, these actions have become second nature. However, turning something that wasn't a choice into a demeaning phrase is wrong, especially when it deals with people who work so hard to make every day as normal as possible. One of my friends is a photographer, a comedian, and a counselor. To be a photographer, it takes a lot of thought, artistic ability, understanding, and patience. To be a counselor, one must be aware of the emotions of the people around, be able to critically think to decode the problem, and also find a solution to the problem. Finding a solution alone takes brainstorming skills that most people don't develop until college. My friend Levi has one more unique characteristic. Levi has Down syndrome. Down syndrome is a neurological complication that is caused when a person has an extra chromosome in the 21st allele. Levi, this causes slowed motor skills and trouble with critical thinking. Another side effect of Down syndrome is the underdevelopment of certain body parts. Levi has underdeveloped eyes, which causes many depth perception problems. However, through all this, he is very successful. He is the sponsored photographer at the Pizza Hut on 2nd Street in Clinton. His photos were chosen from all of the others entered by many contestants. Therefore, by calling someone the R word, and meaning that they have no intelligence or skill, you're contradicting what actually happens. When you use the R word in that way, you're belittling my friend Levi's accomplishments. An opportunity arose lately that I couldn't turn down. I was able to accept a respite care position with Levi. My job entails taking Levi to large social events or activities that involve decision-making skills and developmental skills. Many people use the R word to say that someone is incapable of learning. Yet in the few months that I have helped Levi, I have noticed that he has learned social etiquette, politeness in theaters, and polite social phrases. One example of this is a repeated pattern. I say, "Levi, what do we do when we watch a movie?" And he responds, "Quiet and listen." He does this with a mixture of vocalized speech and sign language. Levi has me beat in the sign language department. Most of the time, I have to ask him what the signs mean. This proves that he has received and comprehended the message and understands that it is the polite thing to do. Every day I hear people talking in the hallway. Every once in a while I'll hear, "That is so, well, you know." However, these people rarely filter what they are saying. One time I was walking down the hallway behind an associate at my school named Connor. Connor is a miracle in itself. Most people believe that he would never have the ability to walk or function independently. However, with the amazing work of his family and the spectacular special education staff at Northeast, he can now walk. By calling someone the R word, meaning that they have no accomplishments or the ability to overcome obstacles, you are saying the non-stop work of Connor and all the people who helped him walk was a waste of time. While I was walking down the hallway on that day, I heard the ever-popular phrase slip from my mouth beside Connor. Connor can't hear. How would you feel if you were doing the impossible, walking down the hallway, and people were using a complication that you had as a demeaning phrase? Now what if you had no way to respond? Connor can't communicate with us the same way that we communicate with each other. Connor communicates with emotions and sighs. Connor also communicates with smiles. He's one of those people whose smile can light up a room and make everything seem better. For him to understand what sound or action to make to get his point across, it takes a lot of critical thinking. Therefore, by using that phrase as a demeaning slur, you are saying that Connor is nothing and will never contribute to society. To be unable to respond to the outrageous slurs being made around you takes a lot of self-assurance and stamina. Yet, how many of you could sit and allow someone to tear away all of your accomplishments, all of your goals, all of your self-esteem, and most of all, tear away the thought that you have the ability to change a life? Changing lives is simple. All you need is a miracle and talent. Not that hard. What? A miracle? You can't create a miracle every day. Well, I know people who do every day. No, they may not look, sound, communicate, or move the same way that we do. But by saying that they will never change a life, is saying that their existence means nothing. I know that by standing up for these people who may not have a way to stand up for themselves, I'm allowing them to change more lives and create more miracles. In the 2011 copy of the Northeast High School Yearbook, I found a tiny miracle. A simple phrase written under a picture of Connor that had the ability to make me stop and think of all of the opportunities that I have received in my life. Just because someone can't think doesn't mean they are mindless. Just because someone can't talk doesn't mean they have nothing to say. Just because someone has a lot of special needs doesn't mean they have nothing to offer. This simple phrase sums up the entire idea that using the R word is unacceptable. Because of this, I believe that this phrase is a terrible threat to society. When you use the R word in that way, you're not only hurting the people with mental disabilities, you are making yourself look ignorant. By thinking in a different way about it, we can make a difference. We can allow achievement to be praised. We can allow a life to be changed. We can allow another miracle to happen. Join me and let's keep the miracle that these people create alive. Join me and end the belittlement of people who work so hard to make every smile count. Thank you.